In a riverside village where mist lay upon the water like unspun silk, there walked a young maiden with a folded cloth pressed to her chest. It was plain as honest bread, and yet to her it was prophecy, an unwritten future waiting for ink or thread. She had no land to call her own, no weight of coin, no mighty names to shelter her, only a stubborn heart that would not bow, and each day she watched the world go on. Boats sliding past like quiet thoughts, merchants bartering as if time itself were for sale, until one question returned again and again like the tide upon the shore. If my life remain as it is, shall I vanish and leave no mark behind? Upon a morning hushed beneath courtyard shade, an elder craftswoman came to her, hands wrinkled yet steady, and with no trumpet of speech set down a small sewing box. She then showed her one stitch, clean, careful, small as a breath that dares not break. The girl set herself to mimic it, yet her first labors were crooked. The thread snarled, her fingers trembled, and the needle, unkind in its teaching, pricked her flesh so that a tiny bead of red stained the cloth. Yet that night, by a dim lamp's watchful flame, she stitched again and again until her shoulders ached and her thoughts grew thin. For some nights hope sat with her like a friend, and other nights doubt whispered, "Cease." And there were mornings she would have cast the cloth into the river and let her courage drift away with it. One day the elder returned, calm as sunrise, and when the girl showed her tangled work, the woman neither scolded nor scoffed, but straightened the thread with gentle fingers and said, low and sure, "Fight not the whole quilt, win but one stitch." And so the girl began to reckon victory by a different measure, not by haste nor by praise, but by this, whether today's stitch stood truer than yesterday's. Slowly the cloth began to change as dawn changes night without sound. A river line appeared, flowing soft across the fabric. Mountains stood in thread. A riverboat curved through the water, and within the girl rose something strange and shining, pride. Then, upon a day at market, she met a merchant, silk upon his back, smugness upon his mouth, jade rings winking on his fingers, who said, "Why waste thy time? Take coin now, make many quilts quickly, folk notice not the details." And he let the coins clink in his palm, temptation shaped in metal, so that her heart for a moment leaned forward, for coins mean food and comfort and relief from aching want. That night she walked beside the river, thinking how easy it would be to say yes and be done with struggling. But next morning the elder returned, and after listening what transpired the day before, said to her softly, "Details are where craft becomes mastery." And then did the girl see plainly what she had nearly forgotten. Shortcuts cut not only the road, but the traveler who takes them. So she returned to her cloth, steadier now. Days turned to weeks, weeks to seasons, spring's blossoms, summer's rain, autumn's breath, and she stitched through tiredness, through doubt, and when exhaustion at last bowed her head to the cloth, the elder laid a shawl upon her shoulders. At last the quilt was finished, a river flowing, boats crossing, fish and lotus and mountains, and cranes that soared like brushstrokes set loose in the sky. She brought it to the market next day, where the merchant returned, smiling like a man who believes all things carry a price. He inspected the work and sought to underpay, but the girl looked him full in the eye and said no, without anger, without fear. So his smile tightened and he turned away, annoyed, for pride hates the taste of refusal. She did not chase him. Instead, she laid her quilt at her own small riverside stall, quilts hanging like painted scrolls in the morning mist. And people stopped. They looked longer. They paid fairly, not because she begged, but because the work spoke. And before night closed its hand, the girl placed a small stitched motif into the elder's palm, and the old woman held it to her chest, eyes bright, as though gifted something dearer than money, because she had witnessed a young soul become unshakable. And as the sun rose over the water, the girl smiled softly, knowing what most learn too late, that great change is not forged in grand moments, but in small choices repeated until life itself cannot deny them, one stitch at a time.